Hey cuties, Mama Bear here. Izzy playing with the alphabet. Mama Bear made her some contact art ABCs, and so she's chilling over here just playing with these. And I'm about to read some word. I'm about to read Conversations with God because I need a refill right now. God, I need you to pour into me. And I feel like many of us probably need more God right now, so I'm just going to share what I'm reading with you. I'm not the best reader out louder, but I like to read out loud to practice. So give me grace, meet me at the mercy seat, and here we go. I'm just going to start randomly and go from there. The answer is God does not. God asks only that you include yourself among those you love. God goes further. God suggests, recommend that you put yourself first. I do this knowing fully well, that some of you will call this blasphemy, and therefore not my word, and that others of you will do what might be even worse, accept it as my word and misinterpret or distort it to suit your own purposes, to justify ungodly acts. I tell you this, putting yourself first in the highest sense never leads to an ungodly act. If therefore you have caught yourself in an ungodly act, what, baby? I'm just reading while you play. It's okay. You can show your letters to the camera. It's okay. Act is a result of doing what is best for you. The confusion is not in having put yourself first, but rather in misunderstanding that the best of you, but rather in misunderstanding what is best for you. Mama. Angel. Of course, determining what is best for you will require you to also determine what it is you are trying to do. This is an important step that many people ignore. What are you up to? What is your purpose in life? Without questions like these, the matter of what is best in any given circumstance will remain a mystery. As a practical matter, again, leaving estracies aside, if you look at what is best for you in these situations where you are being abused, at the very least, what you will do is stop the abuse. Yes, baby. And that will be good for both you and your abuser. For even an abuser is abused when his abuse is allowed to continue. This is not healing for the abuser, but damaging. For if the abuser finds that his abuse is acceptable, what he has learned, or what has he learned? Yet if the abuser finds that his abuse will be accepted no more, what has he been allowed to discover? Therefore, treating others with love does not necessarily mean allowing others to do as they wish. Parents learn this easily with children. Adults are not so quick to learn it from other adults, nor nation with nation. Yet despots cannot be allowed to flourish, but must be stopped in their despotism. Love of self and love of despot demands it. This is the answer to your question. If love is all there is, how can man ever justify war? Sometimes man must go to war to make the grandest statement about who man truly is. He who abhors war. You bumped it, huh? It's okay. Woo! Now I dropped it. Here, let's open this door. It'll sit there. Boom. Boom. Yeah, you're good with boom. You know boom. There. Good job. Okay, let me There are times when you may have to give up who you are in order to be who you are. There are masters who have taught you cannot have it all until you are willing to give it all up. Let me read that again for those that missed it. There are masters who have taught you cannot have it all until you are willing to give it all up. Thus, in order to have yourself as a man of peace, you must have to give up the idea of yourself as a man who never goes to war. History has called upon men for such decisions. The same is true for most individuals and most personal relationships. Life may more than once call upon you to prove who you are by demonstrating the aspects of who you are not. This is not so difficult to understand if you have lived a few years through for the idealistically young. It may seem the ultimate contradiction. In more mature retrospection, it seems more divine dichotomy. This does not mean in human relationships that if you are being hurt, you have to hurt back. Nor does it mean so in relationships between nations. It simply means that to allow another to continually inflict damage may not be the most loving thing to do, but for self and other. This should put to rest some pacifist theories that highest love requires no forceful response to what you consider evil. Let me read that again. This should put to rest some pacifist theories that highest love requires no forceful response to what you consider evil. The discussion here turns aesthetic once more, because no serious explanation of the statement can ignore the word evil and the value judgments it invites. In truth, there is nothing evil, only abject phenomena and experience. Yet your very purpose of life requires you to select from the growing collection of endless phenomena a scattered few which you call evil. For unless you do, you cannot call yourself nor anything else good, and thus cannot know or create yourself. But by which you call evil do you define yourself, and by that which you call good. The biggest evil would therefore be to declare nothing evil at all. You exist in this life, in this world of the relative, where one thing can exist only insofar as it relates to another. This is at one and the same thing both the function and the purpose of relationship. To provide a field of experience within which you define yourself, and if you choose, consistently recreate who you are. Choosing to be godlike does not mean you choose to be a martyr. And it certainly does not mean you choose to be a victim. On your way to mastery, when all possibility to hurt, damage, and loss is eliminated, it would be less to recognize hurt, damage, and loss as part of your experience and decide who you are in relationship to. Yes, the things that others think, say, or do will sometimes hurt you. Until they do not anymore, what will get you from here to there most quickly is total honesty, being willing to assert, acknowledge, and honestly be willing, and declare exactly how you feel about a thing. Say your truth, kindly, but fully and completely. Live your truth, gently, and totally and consistently. Change your truth easily and quickly when your experience brings you to new clarity. No one in right mind, least of all God, would tell you when you hurt in a relationship to stand aside from it. Cause it to mean nothing. If you are now hurting, it is too late to cause it a new If you are now hurting, it is too late to cause it to mean nothing. Your new task now is to decide what it does mean and to demonstrate that. For in so doing, you choose to become who you seek to be. Daddy B wrote on the side, King Daddy B wrote, "No more shadows cast." Declare exactly how you feel about a thing. Say your truth kindly, but fully and completely. Live your truth gently and totally and consistently. Change your truth easily and quickly when your experience brings new clarity. Amen. Thanks for listening. We love you guys. Mwah.